Well, hello there. Welcome to a new video. This is, of course, going to be part 2 of my end of the year pickups. That said, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful, happy new year. Hopefully, 2023 will be better than the last few years, but time will tell. That said, let's get started. First up, I got this game I ordered this game a while ago, and it came earlier in the month from Limited Run Games. I think it was Dale who pointed me in the direction of this game, but I can't remember for sure. But I looked at it, looked at gameplay, stills, all that, and it sounded and looked pretty fun and interesting. So I said, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it. And that game is Dreamscaper for the Nintendo Switch. Another game to add to the collection, which I will play eventually. Next, I picked up the Callisto Protocol. I got this game at launch. I highly enjoyed it. I have a few gripes with the game overall, but I still enjoyed it regardless. I did not like that there was no map or locator in this game. You can explore a little bit of the prison, and you can't get like super lost, but you, at least in my experience, you can get turned around a little bit. So a map or a locator would have been helpful in that regard. I'm not a fan of the fact that you aren't able to like move freely while listening to audio logs. I know they had you rooted to the spot or unable to move while listening in order to rack up tension, but being able to move while listening to audio log is a nice thing to have, especially after Dead Space. The other thing I didn't really like is the fact that the weapon switching for your guns is a little clunky, and in the midst of battle, it can get kind of hectic trying to switch to the right gun. Also, this is just a me thing. Maybe other people feel this way too. I wasn't a huge fan of the dodge mechanic being assigned to the left stick. Not that it's like game breaking. It's not. It's perfectly doable. I personally would have preferred a button press or the option to switch it to a button press, but that's just me. You might feel totally different. That's fine. That's just my opinion on it. I still enjoyed the game overall, and I would love to see a sequel, depending on what happens with the DLC that's in the works right now. Hopefully, we will get a sequel that can expand on the story, the gameplay, characters, all that. So, overall, I enjoyed it thoroughly. And it definitely scratched the Dead Space itch until the remake drops. So, next, I picked up Castlevania Anniversary Collection. I was actually going to get this on Switch, and when I went to Best Buy to pick up Callisto Protocol, they unfortunately did not have any more copies in stock for Switch, but they did have this in stock. So I said, well, I was going to get it anyways, so yeah, fuck it, I'll get it on PS4, why not? So, yeah. Love Castlevania, not one of my favorite franchises, but I do enjoy it a lot. Next, I also picked this up as well. When I picked up those other two, I figured, well, I'm getting that one, I might as well get this too. And I don't know if this is ever going to come to Switch. If I recall, I think that this is like a PS4 exclusive, I believe, but that might change, who knows. But I picked up Castlevania Requiem. This is, of course, Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. So, Symphony of the Night is probably my favorite of the Castlevania franchise. Ask me on any other day, it could change to something else. I don't know, but as it stands, Symphony of the Night is pretty damn good. So, yeah, nice to have this. Next, I gotta switch something here. It's in the wrong pile. Next, PS4, I picked up Tales of Systeria. I've never played I'm not a huge Tales a huge Tales fan, but I decided to jump in and give the series a shot. So, ordered this. It was cheap. It was $18 off Amazon. So, next, I picked up Assassin's Creed Origins. I am in the process of moving the Assassin's Creed franchise from Xbox to PlayStation. Just because I'm weird. But Origins I really did enjoy for the most part. I had some hiccups here and there, but overall it was a decent game in my opinion, and a nice little I guess prequel to to the overall franchise. So I enjoyed it. Next, picked up Midway on Blu-ray. Heard it was pretty good for the most part. It's done by the guys from guys who did Godzilla '98, Independence Day, 2012, all those like disaster movies. But I heard it was pretty good. So and it was cheap too. It was $6. So and then finally, what I got myself for Christmas was Protege, like kind of like a I don't know how to describe it. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was pretty good and it was cheap, so I bought it. It's basically like a spy movie with John Wick, if what I've been told. So, but, yeah, like I said, it was cheap, and I just bought it because again, it sounded interesting and it was cheap. So, but yeah, that is it for what I got myself. Now on to what I got for my girlfriend. First up, she got me R.I.P.D. Rest in Peace Tournament. I'm pretty sure this is based off a graphic novel. I'm not sure if it's DC or Marvel or independent. I have no idea. But so when it came out, I liked it for the most part. It was interesting. It was funny. And a prequel just dropped like what last month I think. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this for the most part. It was fine. It was a fine, sit down, relax, turn your brain off kind of movie. So next, she also got me Dante's Inferno. This is the animated movie based on the game, which I need to get back to eventually. It's pretty. The game is fun. It's a pretty decent hack and slash. Uh, Many people compare it to God of War, but it's fine in its own right. And this is just the animated movie for it. So next, she got me Edge of Eternity on PS5. I've heard both good and bad on this RPG, but it looked interesting enough for me to put it on my list. So, yeah, I shall get to it eventually. Next, I did have this on my list, but this is her copy. She bought it a while ago and just didn't really care for it. She asked if I wanted it. I said, yeah, sure, why not? I'll take it. And it's funny, this game I just watched before I recording this video, excuse me. I watched Pro Jared's worst games of 2022, and this was like the first game on the list. But it looked fun enough to me to want to put it on my list and get eventually. So take that as you will. And that game is Dolmen, a sci-fi Souls-like game. So like I said, it looked interesting enough. So, and then finally, for my girlfriend, she got me Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Ironically, this is my favorite game of the franchise. Ironically enough, not my favorite character. I do like Edward, but he's not my favorite assassin. But yeah, Black Flag, great game. Love it. I love Black Flag. It is, like I said, it's my favorite game in the franchise. So, and next, last ended here is stuff I got from my dad. First up, got me Catwoman Hunted. This is a DC animated movie. Heard it was pretty good for the most part. Haven't watched it yet, but heard it was good. And I like the DC animated movies a lot. They are most of the time they're very good. So there's only like a handful that are like kind of meh, but overall they're decent in their own right. So next, he got me Star Wars Rebels Season 4. I now have all 4 seasons of Rebels. Really did enjoy this show. It was a good follow-up to Clone Wars. So I'm hoping eventually that Disney will release a collection of Clone Wars as well as Bad Batch whenever it wraps up. But who the hell knows? I doubt it because they need that content for Disney Plus, but be hopeful. Next, I heard about this in the movie group that I'm in on Facebook. I'm like, I had no idea this. I had no idea this was ever gonna be a thing, and it sounded very interesting. So I wanted to grab it. So my dad went ahead and picked it up for me, and it is Pennywise, the story of it. This is basically a documentary of the original It miniseries. So yeah, like I said, I never knew this was gonna be a thing until I came across of it in the movie group that I'm in. So yeah, I really did enjoy for that miniseries. Yes, it has it hasn't aged well, but overall it's still pretty damn good in its own right. So, and finally, the last thing I got for Christmas, as well as this month, uh, or yeah, this month of December, excuse me, brain fart. My dad got me the Art of Horizon Zero Dawn. This is for the first game. Now, ironically, I do have a sort of mini art book that came with the collector's edition, but this is obviously more robust. So, yeah, that is it. That is all the stuff I got for December and Christmas. So, hope you guys, like I said, enjoy the video, and I shall see you next year.